Day 7, the longest and maybe the hottest practice we've had out here in Metairie. That's Doug Mouton. I'm Ricardo Lecomte. We'll talk about the quarterback competition and how the rotations were working on Wednesday in a moment. But the one-on-ones that we watched on Wednesday, pretty entertaining, especially in the trenches.
Yeah, so entertaining. You love when the pads go on. You get to see the big guys finally get to do something. And that one-on-one pass protection drill is so much fun to watch. Cam Jordan with a great rep today. It's great to see Cam still getting it done. But I thought overall the starting offensive line did a terrific job. Great reps from Eric McCoy and from Tali Fuaga and from rookie Calvin Banks. The offensive line, I think, is going to be the strength of this team, and they have looked like it so far in camp.
Yeah, my favorite matchup has been Calvin Banks and Chase Young. Watching those two go at it, the rookie against the guy who's been arguably one of the best players in training camp so far. Now, as for those quarterbacks in this competition, Jake Haener ran with the ones on Wednesday, followed by Spencer Rattler. Tyler Shuck got limited reps, but we got to see Jake Haener make some throws during the 7-on-7 and team drills. Spencer Rattler threw a touchdown, but also an interception, and it was the same guy who picked him off earlier in camp, Quincy Riley, his second interception of training camp, and Riley so far having a good camp as a rookie.
He finds the ball and he attacks the football. I think that's one thing that we saw on film coming into the draft process. He's a ball guy. That's what you need on the back end. Mistakes are going to happen, but when you create turnovers, those impact games.
Quincy Riley not the only cornerback having a solid training camp.
No, and look, if Quincy Riley can be a good backup, the Saints are paper thin at cornerback, but the guy who's emerged as the number one is Kool-Aid McKinstry. Kellen Moore raved about the camp he's having so far, that he's probably taking that jump from year 1 to year 2 that they thought he would. Kool-Aid's just been excellent all camp.
I feel like this offseason I put in a lot of work. I got my body in shape. I lost a lot of weight. I feel like I'm where I need to be.
This has been a big-time camp for Kool-Aid. He's played phenomenal. His confidence every single day. He's just making a ton of plays, and you can just see his ability to transition in the coverage game is really, really good.
Now the Saints will move practice indoors on Thursday, but also practicing today, college football. The LSU Tigers back on the practice field. It is a huge year for Brian Kelly, and Kelly could not be more excited to get camp started.
7 months of observation, 7 months of leadership development, 7 months of working physically and technically and tactically and bringing this together. I feel really good about the football team that we put out on the field in 3.5, 4 weeks. That's why I've been bullish on our team.
Meanwhile, uptown Tulane getting preseason camp underway. Second-year head coach John Sumrall trying to get the Greenway back to the American title game for the second year in a row. He's going to need to find a quarterback. Maybe former BYU signal caller Jake Retzlaff could be the answer. Retzlaff getting his first reps in the olive and blue earlier Wednesday. And of course, remember, Saints training camp will be indoors and closed to the public on Thursday. That's Doug Mouton. I'm Ricardo Lecomte for WWL Louisiana. We'll be right back.